We have ourselves a crisis. We have ourselves a crisis. This is bad. This is real bad because even when they lost to Man City, it's Man City, and you say, okay, cool. Going to now have to now struggle to be in top four. The title is gone. The way things are looking, right now, top four now is now going to be a challenge. Guys, let's take a look at the freaking table, man. This is the table as we see it right now. Liverpool, as you see there, are fourth. So this is the live table. If Chelsea win, that is 40, 41, 42. That's 42 points. West Ham win, that's 42 points. Everton have 3 games in hand. Tottenham, 2 games in hand. So if Tottenham win their 2 games in hand, they go above Liverpool. If Villa as well. If Villa win their 3 games in hand, 36, 37, 38, 39, 44, Liverpool could potentially be in 7th or 8th if results don't go their way. They could be in 7th or 8th if results do not go their way. So before I even get in, guys, look, man, Chelsea, top 4 is not real. Top 4 is not real because if Chelsea take care of business, on, remember, top 4 is not a trophy, but look, just get into the Champions League. So if Chelsea take care of business on Monday, it's cool. Let's address this. You see, stop making that excuse because that excuse doesn't work. Yes, you can bring it up. It's not an excuse. I get it. Van Dijk out. Gomez out. Matip out. I get it. There is something called defensive coaching, defensive training. These are basic mistakes. And my thing about it is when you look at that, the Vardy goal, that has nothing to do with Van Dijk not being there or anything. That was on Becker. Because I tweeted out, okay, who is to blame there? My thing is that because I watched the replay, I didn't see Becker shouting. Because normally you see the keeper go, wow, mine. That's what the keeper always does. As he's coming out, he goes, mine. Defenders, okay, cool. But as someone even said on Twitter that Becker didn't need to come out. You don't need to come out. The ball is short. Kubak is going to get it. He's going to get his foot on it. It's cool. If you are going to come out, as you're running towards him, you scream, mine. So, because my thing is that I saw Kubak trending and so forth. I was like, wait, no. That's not on Kubak. You see, don't be like, oh, it's Alisson Kubak because this is a new defender. Because what it is, it's a narrative. Because you now put the blame on Kubak and now you say, oh, if only Van Dijk was there, if only Gomez was there, see, it's because of our defenders being injured. No. You can't do that. Becker was to blame for that. The free kick, that is a defensive organization thing where you know it's a free kick coming through. You've got to do something. And remember, that was almost a penalty. It was this far from being a penalty. So again, that was Leicester City's good play and Liverpool unable to cope with the overlap. And the funny thing is this could have been a case of where, do you know how good that Liverpool goal was? It's crazy. It's like AC Milan. Do you know how amazing the pass to Kaka was to Crespo? But that's forgotten. The unfortunate thing that people are going to forget just how amazing that the Liverpool goal was, because that was a crazy goal. The pirouette pass from Firmino, the absolutely amazing finish by Salah first time. It was actually an amazing goal, but nobody cares because of the freaking loss. But it was still an amazing goal. But what did I put? Did I put 3-1? Sorry. This is score. It was 3-1. Oh yeah, mistake. Yeah. Shout out to Whimsical Thought, man. Thanks for the dub, man. Who said that the score is actually 3-1? Yeah, 3-1. But you see, my thing though is Liverpool. It was such a weird game because for 70 something minutes, Liverpool were in complete and total control. They were in complete and total control. And for me, that's why I was saying to myself that how good is this Leicester City team really? How good, how good are these dudes? Because Liverpool were in total cruise control. And I think once they scored, I was like, there is no way for Leicester City back into it, because Leicester City were just, look, counterpunch, but they had such little possession. The guys were losing the ball so easily. Liverpool were finding it so easy to cope with them without the ball. I was like, there's only one way that this game is going. There's only one way that this game is going, man. So, but the reality of the matter is that for Liverpool, you can't keep going to, defenders. If only we had the right defender. If only we had the right defender. That is a cheap-ass excuse. Because we're gonna delve into this tonight, but Becker has to take a lot of the blame. Those 2 goals that were conceded against Man City, that was on Alisson Becker. The goal that Vardy scored, that's on Alisson Becker. And even if we now put Alisson Becker to one side, who is coaching these guys defensively? Because the whole point about the defense is that it's 90. The game isn't 70 minutes; it's 90 minutes. You have to be out. You have to be alert for 90 plus minutes. Because for 75 minutes, Liverpool were cool, but that's not how defense works. If you ask Maldini or so forth, you stay sharp until that referee blows his whistle for full time. You stay sharp. Like, for defending, you're at your most vulnerable when you're winning and you're comfortable. That is when you're most vulnerable, because that's when you can go to sleep and think that the game is won. And for Liverpool, they thought, bro, this is cruise control. These guys are hardly doing anything. One shot on target, which was the one that Vardy hit in the first half. It's all cool, but you go to sleep, boom. You can easily lose. And I think this is what the Premier League does for you. That the Premier League may not be amazing quality football, but what the Premier League shows is that you can always get goal. You can always get goal, and you must always keep on going, man. But bro, I mean, it's deep. Shout out to your boy Nat, someone who says, thanks for the dub, man. He says, Liverpool risk being back to square one. Their success is not guaranteed like Manchester City. If they fall off, they'll fall off bad. It depends on the owners. Because, see, as I said again, they shouldn't rest on the excuses, but Nasa, let's keep it real. We would have a more realistic title challenge if Van Dijk, Matip, and Gomez were about. Let's keep it a stack, and I think Van Dijk is hugely important to this team. But my thing, though, is that, you see, this is bad. This is bad, but I am not going to be reactionary and be like, aha, Klopp is now a loser. You can't. It's very easy to be like, Klopp, you're a moron. Screw you. Get sacked. Okay, you sack Klopp. Then what? Then what? Then what do you do? Not only do. This is the key. Shout out to your boy. Okay, you've lost the defenders. You can't score. Okay, we concede 2 or 1. Normally, that front 3 is good enough to score 3 or 4. That front 3 is good enough to, at least in every single game, give you 2, 3, 4, 5 Gs in every single game. So the whole defensive thing doesn't mean anything because you're not scoring. You're not scoring. Like, before that Salah goal, when last did Liverpool score from open play? So how much is the injury excuse a legitimate excuse? You see, the injury excuse would make sense if you're scoring but you're conceding more than you score. Then you'd be like, man, like Salah, man, we're doing what we can, but this defense can't do anything. But the defenders are like, okay, we've conceded 1 goal or 2 goals. Can you get a G? Can you get 2 Gs? Bro, if you're not scoring, that means if you concede 1 or 2, that means we're screwed. So if the attack isn't scoring, remember, the attack has had no injuries. It has been pretty much that front 3 for the whole season. So, is the defense really a legitimate excuse? Is it really a legitimate excuse? No, bro, let's look at the freaking table. Red Devil, they're not about, let me see right now. That's why I didn't call this an emergency hangout. You're not going to be seeing any Liverpool fans for the foreseeable future unless they levitate Red Bull Leipzig. So until Unless Liverpool destroy Red Bull Leipzig on Tuesday, you're not going to be seeing any Liverpool fans on any hangouts. Absolutely none. What was I going to say? Guys, man, guys, look at this table. Look at this table, guys. This does not look good. So if United win their game, 46, 47, 40, if United win their game, that puts them 8 points clear. Leicester City are 6 points clear. So I think, wait, who do West Ham have? West Ham have Sheffield United bottom of the table at home. So if Chelsea and West Ham say what's up, that puts them on 42. So that will now put Liverpool to 6th. If Everton say what's up, and they say what's up twice, bro, Liverpool could be 7th or 8th. Who else do Liverpool have? So, oh, bro. Guys, let me say this right now. Because it's been a long time since Everton have said what's up to Liverpool at Anfield. If Everton beats Liverpool at Anfield, something they have not done in ages. Bro. Hey, okay, Josh, what up, baby? No. Josh, see, I'm not referring to you. There's some Liverpool fans who are there are Liverpool fans that appear, but there's Liverpool fans that we don't even know where they're at. If Everton beats Liverpool at Anfield, something they've not done in ages, Lord in heaven. Lord in heaven. It's going to be madness. Shout out to your boy Trudon says, we are absolutely awful. FSG must invest in a rebuild or we go back to the Hodgson dark days. You see, one thing, and this is you learn this stuff in football managers, like, and ask Fergie, ask Mourinho, when you win a title, you can't stand still. You have to re-up. You have to bring in new players and you have to reinvest. Like, you are at your most vulnerable after you win a season. Because I'm sure, I forgot, but yeah, City brought Laporte after the 100 points. I don't know, Natsa, tell me, like, Natsa, didn't City buy Laporte after they got 100 points? So you have to always re-up. You have to always re-up. So and this is where Chelsea fans be appreciative of what Hodgson is. Be appreciative of what Abramovich is. Because my thing is that these Liverpool fans, I think they're these American guys, how much do they want to invest? How much do they care about the footballing side of the club? They love the club because of the brand. Liverpool is one of the biggest brands in the world. Do they care about the football side of things? So maybe you would say, okay, bro, we need to get into the Champions League for the Champions League money and just for the brand, because it's important for the Liverpool brand that we are in Europe and in the elite competition. So maybe now they'll be like, oh, we're live, boom. But you see, it's weird though. It's like, okay, when you look at the game, Liverpool were not bad. They controlled that game. But I just think that in particular instances, they just self-destruct. And I just think in instances they're specifically in just for defensive situations, they self-destructed. They self-destructed, man. But this isn't good, bruv. This isn't good, bruv. So HH, what signing in the EPL? Do you agree the guy brings nothing? Thiago did not have a very... And Thiago is officially going under review. He is. He did not have a very good game. Like, the amount of times he got dispossessed, the amount of times that he lost the ball, he didn't contribute to anything creatively. He didn't contribute to anything going forward. Because he's a quality player. But this just shows you that all because you're a good footballer doesn't mean that you can be good in a game. You can just say, Thiago, no, this guy's a quality football player. But you're not being effective whatsoever in the game and you're not playing well. And I think it's problematic. And it's almost to the extent of where, for Klopp, I just think find a defender from the road somewhere, get Henderson back in midfield. Because the thing with Henderson is that he releases the ball quickly. He may not be as good a player as Thiago, but he's far more effective for Liverpool than Thiago is. So maybe the key is, bro. But see, the danger is Henderson is doing so well defensively that you need him there. But as much as you need him defensively, you need him in midfield because Thiago isn't doing the job in midfield. So it's a sticky situation. It's a sticky situation, man. Shout out to your boy, Red Devil, man. Will Liverpool qualify? Easy, Red Devil. No, lead level, relax. Lead level, relax. Lead level, relax. Chill and relax. Don't be disrespectful. Don't be disrespectful. Lead level, do not be disrespectful. I beg you, please don't be disrespectful. From David Risovsky, man. Thanks for the dub, man. Thanks for the dub. I'm afraid that top four is gone now. Everton have 3 games less. Tottenham have 2 games less. Chelsea and West Ham still have games to play. You see, my dear friend here, let's pull this up. Sorry, let's pull this up, bro. Don't say gone, but you can definitely say in serious danger. Don't say gone, but definitely in serious danger, Mr. David, man, because you see, I would assume West Ham will beat Sheffield United on Monday. The way Chelsea are going, Newcastle is a tough game, but the way Chelsea are going, they play their full team. You expect Chelsea to beat Newcastle. And it's not only that. It's that, look at that. 3 loss. Liverpool's last 3 games they've lost. Last 5 games, 2 wins in 3. But their last 3 games they lost. So Liverpool are one of the worst in. Liverpool. Oh my gosh, Liverpool, Southampton, and West. Basically, Liverpool are one of the most least informed teams. They're one of the most least informed teams because you see, my thing about it is that it would be a disaster if Liverpool don't get the Champions this season. It would be a cataclysmic disaster if Liverpool don't win the Champions League and they don't even get top 4. That would be because let me ask you, okay, apart from where did Leicester City come? You see, Leicester don't come because I wanted to know where did Leicester City come after they won the league. But for me, that doesn't matter because it's Leicester City. It doesn't really matter. I'm trying to say to myself that when last did a team win the Premier League and the next season they finished out of the top 4? That's what I want to know. But then, because I was listening to the commentary, and Steve McManaman was like, "Oh, people are saying that this is one of the worst defenses of a title ever, but you have to take into account injuries." Cool, you've had injuries, but as a guy just said before, I think it was AM. Where's the attack? You're not scoring. That excuse is only legitimate if we are scoring but we are conceding more. If you're conceding, boom, but you're not even scoring, you're not helping the defense because a rigid defense would be like, guys, look, we're not Van Dijk, we're not Gomez, we're not Matip. Get some G's, okay, we can hold it to 1 or 2. Get 2 or 3, because we know you can. Between you 3, give us 2-3 G's, boom, we can hold it to 1 or 2. If you're giving us 0 G's, that means if we concede, we lose. If we concede, we will lose. So, you can't just say, oh, Liverpool are not going to make that top 4 is good. I think that's too extreme. It's not looking good. It's not looking good. Yes, aside. Thanks for the dog, man. Let's ask that question. How influential was Thiago to that Bayern treble? Was he more influential than Lewandowski, Neuer, Alaba, Boateng, Muller? No. I'll keep it real. And I have an apology to make. Bayern fans, I apologize. Bayern fans, I am sorry. I apologize. I apologize to Bayern fans because Bayern fans said we won't miss Thiago. We've got Joshua Kimmich. I was like, who's this guy? Who's this guy? I said, oh no, we've got Joshua Kimmich. We don't need Thiago. Yeah, Thiago was cool, but Joshua Kimmich and Goretzka, yeah. Joshua Kimmich can do Thiago's job better than he can. I was like, what? Bayern fans, you were right. They didn't need Thiago. They didn't need him. And Thiago has literally contributed nothing to this Liverpool side. You know? And basically, this has just been such a cluster F of a season because it's the injuries mixed with the ineffectiveness of Thiago, mixed with the attack just being impotent right now. So it's just an all-round really, really bad situation right now for Liverpool, man. Why do we attack when 1-0 up, taking risks against a top counter-attack team, naive from Klopp? But here's the thing. You see, there are two elements to that. Why shouldn't you go for the second or the third? It makes, if you're Liverpool and you know what that attack can do, go for the second or third. Yeah, you know how good they are counter-attacking wise, but Liverpool are the better team, personnel wise. But if you know your team is struggling and you've not won and you're losing games, maybe the wiser thing to do is we're 1-0 up. Defense. Go back and hit them on the counter. Give them the ball, sit back. Let them break us down, sit back. Let's just go. Let's just counter them. Because you're like, okay, we need, because I think with Liverpool, we need a confidence boost. I see this right now is a horrible result before they face Red Bull Leipzig in Hungary. You know. So stuff is wild. Steph, Chelsea winning the CL, don't really know about that, bro. Thiago isn't world class anymore. Doesn't really do anything. He just passes. No difference from him and Jorginho. You know, we may have to talk about this on the Hangouts. I think I'm going to make Thiago a topic for the Hangouts tonight. Is how good was Thiago really? And even if you look at that Champions League final that we saw from Thiago, PSG allowed him to have the ball. And as we said on the PSG show, the PSG fans said, yeah, Thiago could do that because we didn't have Marco Verratti. And Tuchel's tactic was, okay, fine, give Thiago the ball and everything. We're just going to count them on the high line. And at the end of the day, as much lovely passes he played in the final and so forth, who delivered the key ball to Koeman? It was Joshua Kimmich. So Joshua Kimmich made the key play. So the whole thing was like, man, do you know how amazing Thiago was in the fans? Like, no, because PSG allowed him to be that way and they didn't have Marco Verratti. So we're going to have a serious conversation about Thiago Alcantara. We have to have it, man. Is Thiago trash or is this system doesn't suit him? Thiago is not trash. I think it's an element of, I think he's struggling in the system and he's not as good as we thought he was. So it's a combination of those two things. An amazing player is an amazing player. But sometimes, even if you're an amazing player, but you're in a system that doesn't work, I think that, think about this. Just see now, there's something to think about. I'm sure Bayern fans will agree. In Bayern Munich, they weren't reliant on Thiago. Thiago was complementary to what Bayern were trying to do. But the key, guys, is what Muller is doing in the number 10. The key thing is Joshua Kimmich's critical passes. The key thing is Goretzka breaking from midfield. Thiago, okay, do your thing in there, but we're not reliant on you based on what Flick is trying to do. For Liverpool, it seems as if they're, because look at that midfielder of Liverpool. Are you going to compare Wijnaldum or Milner, or even Henderson to Goretzka, Muller, Joshua Kimmich? No. So Thiago in our Bayern midfield, he's not the best midfielder there. So they're not reliant on him, but he just helps to complement. But in Liverpool, talent-wise, he's the best midfielder. So therefore, they're reliant on him. And I don't think Thiago is the kind of player who you should be reliant on, because he's not the kind of player where, okay, put it on my shoulders, I'm going to make things happen. No, he's a good complementary element. He can't be the element, and I think that is the issue that Liverpool are now having. So it's tricky, man. No, bro, did you hear what I just said? The attack is brick. The whole attack has been brick. But okay, Mane literally didn't do anything. At least Firmino gave an amazing assist and Salah scored. Okay, Mane, he's under review. Fine. Okay, what do you want? Okay, he's under review. 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 Okay, yeah, fine. Okay, guys, I told you, the Brick Academy does not discriminate. Okay, so what do you want me to do? So under review, or do you want me to induct it? So should Mane be inducted? I'll ask the streets. Has Mane done enough to be inducted, or should I just put him under review? The streets. Let me ask you guys. Because 100% he's at least under review. Fine, he's under review. So Red Devil, relax. Red Devil, relax. Red Devil, relax. Relax, Red Devil. See, I'm seeing Class C. I'm seeing induct. I'm seeing under review. No, under review. No, Mane. Yeah, no, under review, under review. Okay, look, I think that the consensus is under review. Klopp is Class C. Yeah, I did that. Yeah, I did that. Klopp is currently Class C. I inducted him before this game. He's Class C. So it's, I told you guys, the Brick Academy, it does not discriminate. It does not discriminate, bro. It's tough, man. Okay, let me ask the streets then. Because we'll talk more about this in the hangar, but let me just see what you guys are saying. Consensus: do Liverpool get top 4 end of the season? End of the season, do Liverpool get top 4 end of the season? Let me see what the streets are saying. Consensus: tell me, do Liverpool get top for this season? No. Someone says 4th. No. Yes. 7th. Relax. Now this, guys, don't sleep on this. Don't sleep on this. Football is a very funny sport. Don't sleep on this. It could very much be an element where they don't get top 4, but they somehow just win the freaking CL. They'll have to stay for the freaking CL. So, Rodney, wake up. Okay, wake up. Don't sit there, snooze, man. So look, man, I've got to finish off this edit for because I'm actually editing this CL pre-match analysis, man. But wow, you see, all you can say now is this is a crisis. This is now getting really bad now. And for Klopp, you've got to fight. You've got to figure a way. And I think this is what always defines you as a manager, is what you're doing when you're done. And now maybe this is my thing for Liverpool fans. This is bad. This is really bad. It's not enough for you to now turn your back and give up on a guy that gave you your first Premier League in 30 years and gave you a Champions League. This is bad, but you're going to have highs, you're going to have lows. This is a serious low. But to turn your back on this dude based on what is just a bad run after everything he's done, for me, I think that is cowardly, because it's through thick and thin. Through thick and thin, bro. Through thick and thin. But I don't know whether I can answer whether Liverpool gets top 4 or not. I don't know whether I can answer that. But all I'll say is it's going to be a very interesting few weeks. And my gosh, a lot of eyeballs are going to be on that Everton-Liverpool game. That Liverpool-Everton game, there are going to be a lot of eyeballs on that freaking game right now. Because if ever there was a time for Everton to say what's up, it's then. But for Liverpool, man, who knows? You see, it's a perfect time for them to get into the Champions League, man. Oh, before I go, perfect. I was hoping somebody would answer. Josh Bondman, Josh, Football Hall member shout. So Josh, thank you for bringing this up. What has Lampard done for me to stick through him? What did I just say? Klopp gave you a Champions League and your first Premier League in 30 years. And many Liverpool fans would say what they've craved was that Premier League, where so many managers failed, was that freaking Premier League. So for me, wanting Lampard gone is, bro, what the heck have you done? Oh, you got fourth because of transfer ban. So what? Who cares? You know? So Lampard had given Chelsea nothing for people to have their support. Specifically me. But for Klopp, he's earned that right. You know? He's earned that right. You know? Actually, no, Josh, it's not a marriage. No, I was forced into that marriage. Basically, the Lampard thing was a Vegas marriage. I was blindfolded, I was drugged, and then next thing I knew, I'm up in Vegas married to this freaking championship Derby County brick. So, no. All right, guys, man, look, man. Saturday, man, hangouts, man. We'll have a lot to freaking discuss, man. Peace out. Stay true. Stay real. Stay sexy. Stay sassy. And my lord, guys, it's deep. Becoming Patreon member. Gain access to my blog. Get access to exclusive videos. And also gain access to the podcast of the Saturday and the Sunday hangouts. Head over to patreon.com/halfup to gain all these goodies while also supporting your boy, HH.